Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. And today we're going to be doing a dual stream with another friend. Hi,
Number
Ryan.
587. Oh, Michael, your dad tuned into my stream.
Oh,
He
hi,
said
Dad.
OCW.
Hey, Dad. I'm also streaming over on Twitch, but I'm playing Kerbal Space Program. So,
Very good. We're doing like a dual stream, and I'm gonna be getting the stream pulled up on my computer so I can
yeah, exactly.
So I can read the chat.
Hopefully,
Magic
my audio
Sam.
is also okay. Let me just rearrange some stuff over on my desk.
Your dad responds cool.
Cool and good. Yeah, I had to. I'm gonna wait until after the stream is over to re-upload, but I'm playing Kerbal Space Program. I should probably get rid of my starting soon screen and actually get into KSP.
I think that's a wise decision. Okay, now
So
show compass mode in 3D. We are going to build it north. Why not?
all right.
I'm not sure what the actual orientation of LaSalle was. Michael, what are you building?
I am working on my basically. I've been working on a space. Effectively, it's a space station that can fly between various planets, and I have all the support, like all the other craft that are meant to support it. I have all of those designed, and now I actually need to design the station and the nuclear rocket engine drive itself. So.
Very nice, very nice. All right then.
Yeah,
Very
so
good.
I got the lander, I got the crew lander, I got the ore lander, and I got the space plane. Now I actually just need to throw all of those together into an actual thing.
I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not rocket science. Oh wait, it is.
Rocket science is actually fairly. I mean, I wouldn't say it's simple to understand, but it's not as hard to understand. It's just actually doing it is what's hard.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Yeah.
Because government money.
I go to bed at 3 p.m. Same, Steven. I actually went to bed at I tried to go to bed at 10 last night because I went to a party that to be honest, I really didn't have any interest in. And I was like, well, this sucks. I should just go home and go to bed. But I woke up 5 minutes before New Year's.
It's a win.
20 hours of sleep keeps the demons at bay. Exactly.
Who said? Which one said that?
That Steven said that.
One of yours. Yeah. Yes, they do. Come on.
I have your stream up because that's where everyone's chatting.
Oh wow.
I am also streaming myself over on Twitch. I'm just gonna throw that in there just in case if you want to see what I'm up to. And I'm also gonna throw, not that anyone's in my chat, but just throw that out.
Here, fuck it. I'll also put this in track 29.
Sure,
yeah. That just copy pasted a B and O thing.
Baltimore and Johio.
Live streaming potential.
Did KSP crash? Why is it the SPH wanting to load at all? Dash floor entrance indeed. Hold up.
They are.
I'm actually gonna close KSP and then.
I think that would be a wise decision. Yeah, Ryan, Colorado Productions, you are right. Okay. We're gonna. Which track do we use? I
don't know. Some
GR track is
dilapidated. I pull up just like the Cappy Blappies. The Cappy
LaSalle Street Station, otherwise known as the Urban Rescue Ranch.
Otherwise known as.
Yeah, otherwise known as the Urban Rescue Ranch, otherwise known as the Rock Island's Corpse.
The Rock Island's Corpse.
Yeah, no, it reenacted Michael in the bathroom. It LARPed Michael in the bathroom. No way.
When? Is that a reference to me or what?
That's a reference to Be More Chill.
Oh, I thought you were talking about during the last meetup where I got really sick afterwards.
Don't worry. It was not a reference to that. I think this is dilapidated enough. It needs rusty rail. Do you think like it would be rusty rail or like kind of normal rail?
Okay, what I would do is just get shit down, get all the track work down, and then when you go to scenic, actually choose what kind of track you want.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Just start putting stuff down.
Yeah, you're right. We're gonna do that. So what the hell is it? Yeah, clean ballast. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah.
Jack, he's doing 70s LaSalle.
Yeah, I'm doing like I'm doing like dilapidated era LaSalle. So like, you know, I think like it'd be, again, like that's when it was the coolest. Like, don't at me. Like, I think that was when LaSalle was the coolest. When it was like, no train shed. Right?
No train shed. There's like 2 trains.
Yeah, and like, for some... Okay, fun fact. I found out that the Rock Island actually repurposed, like, a couple of Golden State cars, as a restaurant in LaSalle.
No, those are privately owned.
Well, no, but they were former Golden State cars.
Yeah.
But, like, I still find that quite funny.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, minus the bankrupt. I mean, yeah, minus the bankruptcies. If we, you know, if you just, you know, kind of scoot that under the rug, then they're fantastic. Mario Kart Trains fan, hello. Welcome to the stream. Also, go tune into Michael. We're doing kind of like a co-op, like, kind of thing.
If you just go over to twitch.tv/shortline614. I'm playing Kerbal Space Program for what it's worth. Although I'm probably not going to be doing much in terms of playing today, and I'm just going to be building stuff out. Hi, Metro 122.
Oh yeah, hi Metro. Metro Man.
Yeah, I always tell Ryan, you should do more streams. People tend to like these. It's like, it comes up maybe like once a year.
Yeah, it's... How was everyone's New Year's? My New Year was good. And also to respond to Alco 251B, yeah, this is, but like I realized that this is for a school project due in like March. And I know that's like, it might seem incredibly like excessive to do that in like January, but you kind of know, like, I think everyone
how trains routes generally come together timeline-wise.
Well, it's also that, you know how, like, you have, like, a very far-off deadline, so you don't worry about it? You don't worry about it until it's, like, until it's, like, 1 week due and you've got maybe, like, 3 words to show for it.
Trains for a school project. Alco 251B 311 was originally a school project.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Pacific. But, yeah.
Hi, Pacific. I'm also streaming on Twitch, by the way. So...
Yeah. Everyone, please also go watch Michael's stream. He does very fun streams. But yes, Trains for a School project. This is like, so technically this is the hobby segment for like a news show at my school. And I know what y'all are probably gonna think, Ryan, that sounds incredibly stupid, and yeah, but at the end of the day, like, oh well. Also, to let everyone know, this is not going to be one-to-one, like, LaSalle, because I realized that I can't fully recreate it, so there's going to be some creative liberties, some things that LaSalle doesn't have. This is just mainly going to be, like, an approximation, and also because I realized with all the passenger stuff I'm making, I don't actually have a terminal to use it on. Like, there is the approach medium route, which is nice, but, like, the European, like, the terminal asset he used is quite European, and also it's a model railroad, and like model railroads are cool and whatnot, but when you're trying to do like screenshots and videos and, you know, all that good stuff, you can't use them, you know, folks.
Oh boy, Alco 251B sounds fun compared to my school. You haven't heard half the stories that I've heard Ryan say, so It'll be in a book one day, don't worry.
Yeah, it'll be an award-winning novel. Just
an award-winning novel. Just give us like 20 years.
Yeah. I think it was, yeah, this is not supposed to throw shade on Mal's terminal route thing, because from what I hear, that's actually quite good. This is mainly just for me to have a terminal to dick around on and like stuff with REA reefers and fucking West Virginia and Western passenger trains.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Alright. Boom. 3 tracks, because the, like, I'm using, I swear to God, there is nothing like on original LaSalle Street Station, and so there's like maybe a 200 pixel like track plan that I swear to God it doesn't. It's I'm not sure what you can call this, but you know what? To quote the Back to the Future musical, it works.
It works.
And
it works.
It works. Yeah. In terms of
As
the
a wise
vernacular,
man once said, it works.
yeah. Of course. In terms of the vernacular, it's really quite spectacular.
It just works. That's another wise man who said that.
Exactly.
I don't know if you call Todd Howard wise, but oh
well. I miss 311, says 2022 Productions.
Well, here's the great thing. If you miss 311, you can go and make 311 yourself, considering we just released it to, like, our fans.
The show went to a Milwaukee road. You know what? Yes, it did.
What does that mean?
SPCNY88. Please elaborate.
The Milwaukee.
I also have a thing of chocolate milk. It inspired you to make your own series. That's nice to hear. It's always good to see, like, when somebody's like, you know, like 311 inspired me to do X or Y. Like, that's always so nice to see, because I never intended it to be like that. But,
no,
you know,
we intended it to be 3 episodes, and then we'd go and make JNPT, and we never did that, so...
Well, I mean, you never know from 2026 Productions and Associates. Okay, so, how long do we actually make this? Probably quite long, I'd imagine. So let's see here. We're gonna... So, according to this, so we need to actually, like, mark out where the terminal is. Which... Okay, we're gonna start with tracks 1, 2, and 3. Because it looks like that, like, track 3 is just a straight line from here, and then we can put... What is it? We can put track... This is track 2. Let's see, this is... Le Traque Dos.
The Traque Dos.
The Traque Dos. Because, like, I want to, like... Because remember, because for my fictional railroad, right, my fictional railroad, it's canon that we run into LaSalle Street Station in Chicago, because LaSalle Street just, of course, why not?
Because why not? It's LaSalle.
Yeah, like, I mean, Better Call Saul, no?
Better Call LaSalle. That's a stupid fucking joke.
That's what I should name the stream.
That's what you should name the video? No, for the inevitable music video, that's what it's called.
Better Call LaSalle, yeah. Why not? Yeah, no, that's like, that'll be like a chapter in, like, the West Virginia Western, like, passenger train novel sold by the Historic Society for, like, $200.
Yep.
Yeah, because, like, every railroad has, like, it's incredibly niche, but it's got, like, all of the information that you'd ever need on, like, the railroad XY's passenger operation.
It still even amazes me that due to... Because I would agree that this is especially when you get deep into stuff, railroading is somewhat of a niche hobby, especially when you get into, like, deep into history stuff. And I am honestly surprised over the sheer amount of books on just super obscure things. It's honestly quite incredible.
Alright, let's see. It is. Pacific Productions, is it okay if I take some stuff from JNPT for my model series? Take stuff from 311, I suggest. JNPT, haven't actually released...
we are never releasing... I mean, if you would, like, episode 1...
Yeah, like, here's the thing.
We
like,
released 311 to our fans because, if we're gonna be honest, 311 is the series that we made but kind of didn't want to at the end.
Yeah.
JNPT, that's our baby, and we're just keeping that close to our chest for absolutely ever.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so...
J-Class Fan. Hello, Ryan. Hello, J-Class Fan. G-Man, otherwise known as Vladikov. Hello. I just call Albuquerque Better Call Saul Town. Do we have a Falor in the chat? Can Falor please comment
Jack is here.
Yeah, come on. Do we have Jack in the comment section?
Well, even before Better Call Saul became a meme, it was a meme to us because of frickin' Albuquerque by Weird Al.
Yeah, come on. And Albuquerque. All right. Let's see. This should be long enough for like whatever passenger trains we throw at this place.
That would
Again,
be cool.
The anime railfan returns. The Long Island Railfanner. Hi, 2026. I love your Christmas special for the Terrible Tale of 311. Also, do you like electric locomotives? Also, do you like the Long Island Railroad? Yes, I love electric locomotives. And do I like the Long Island Railroad? Yeah. Oh, yes. We love the Long Island Railroad because they ran the Cannonball. And I kid you not, Michael, they had KCS sleepers.
Based.
Yeah. What passenger problem?
Fuck, what? Why am I suddenly forgetting the name of this part? It's the refinery part. Frickin' in situ. I don't know. I'm playing KSP over on Twitch, so if you want to watch me fumble around in the SDH, go ahead. Thermal, ground, aerodynamics, payload.
Did I try and reskin Frisco 1522 and make a copy of it to make a CSX reskin? Lol. Don't do 1522 because 1522. Okay, my rule for like fictional stuff now is like do stuff that kind of had the realm of possibility of happening. So why don't I suggest you make like a CSX Allegheny? Oh geez. Okay. I swear to God, this turned into a Q&A. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I love talking. I'm a theater kid. What do you think of the Algoma Central Railroad? Michael,
Algoma
what's the
Central
Algoma
had a
Central?
neat scheme.
Where'd they run? I'm sorry, like I'm not.
Sault Ste. Marie to I think Hearst in
Michigan.
in
I
Ontario. They're a Canadian road.
Oh, they are. Let me quickly, because I bet you it's probably one of those railroads where I'm like, I will remember you if I see a photo. Let me take a look. Oh, neat. Yeah, these people look cool. They have like kind of imposter EL scheme.
The Convertitron, that's what it's called. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? These people are cool. Solid, like, out of railroads that I've just seen, I'll give them like a solid 7.5. Okay, what else? Hello, Ryan. Do you have any tips on route building? Be creative. For the love of God, be creative. Nobody likes a generic route. Michael, do you remember the Sheep Shop?
The Sheep Shop from JMPT? Yeah, of course I do. I'm the one who put it down.
Yes. Okay, so, 2022 Productions. I hope to God I have this asset. Do I? Yes, I do. So, Mr. 2022 Productions. So something that me and Michael did, right, is that we essentially created, like, a whole lore for the route. Like, my two biggest tips. One, create lore. Two, be funny. Right? Because we created this. The Sheeb Center. This is like a year-old asset. Distinctive Japanese Doge. Youngest and finest Sheeb and Sheeb accessory shop. Yeah, like, and also, if you're looking for, like, practical advice, I say, you know, like, there's often no rush, take your time, have a real-life inspiration, and generally, is there anything in specific that you want advice on that I could potentially help with? I apologize, I've never been the greatest at giving advice. What is this? What is this? Which LaSalle are you doing? What year? 1970s, because frankly, okay, Metra. Really cool, but I don't like modern LaSalle. It's not overgrown enough. It's not derelict enough.
Dilapidated enough. Okay, so this boost stage needs to have at least 5,000 delta V. Oh my gosh. Oh, and I completely forgot. I need a frickin' heat shield. Otherwise, this thing is gonna blow up when I try to aerobrake around Eve. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I think that might be important, Michael.
Yeah, I remember going to frickin' Joule, which is like the Jupiter analog in KSP, and I remember trying to aerobrake, basically using the atmosphere to slow down. And I got within like 10 kilometers within the atmosphere, and I just disintegrated, so I need one. I just don't know where I'm gonna put it on this ship.
Hey, alright, what is it? Like, what scenery is what I need help? If you have lower, okay, so if you have literally, this is gonna sound so much like a cop-out answer, but I literally just go into like JR routes and pick list the like the trees and whatnot,
Nope,
and just
that's
use
I do
those.
that as well.
Yeah, like literally, my route building tips are just do what the professionals do who make a living off of this. Like use those assets, and you should be fine. Um.
Let's
Okay,
see.
let's see here. Hey Ryan, do you like interurban railroad freight motors? Boy, do I have the rail.
Yes.
Yes. Who doesn't?
My Model
You
Rare
have to.
Club has an interurban
Yeah,
on it with a bunch of freight motors, and it's amazing. Oh wait, I
yeah,
didn't mean to
trust.
launch this. Oh, screw it. I meant to press save, and I ended up launching the craft, which is just... Oh well, something's gonna blow up.
You know what? Sometimes you have to crack a couple of eggs to make an omelet.
GM10Bs are really great. I have a guy at my club who 3D prints them.
I just realized that I kind of forgot the most important thing. Oh God, how could I be so? How could I be such an idiot? Oh God. Oh God, I just realized. Oh, this is. Oh, this is. Oh. Friends, I made a bit of a boo-boo. Because I realized. What do you think of the EMD? Michael, what's the GM10B? Is that like the fictional thing that was.
No, those are real. It was basically it was a prototype electric locomotive that GM tested out in the Northeast Corridor for Conrail in I think 1977. They look weird as hell, but I love them.
Oh, wait, we're like at the yellow. Was it like numbered 1977?
I think so, yeah. There were
Yeah,
two.
was it? Didn't have like a weird forehead looking thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about now. And by the way, to everyone in the chat, this is not gonna. I'm probably gonna reskin this platform asset. I actually grabbed this one off of the Iron Horse News Chronicles route. Forever in our hearts. Let's see. Opinion on upstate New York. You know what?
Upstate New York has some neat railroads.
Yes.
Heard of the Hagerstown Frederick? I have definitely heard of the Hagerstown Frederick because I live near there, just across the Potomac from me.
Hagerstown. Also, do you like anime? You know, truth be told, I've never really gotten big into anime. Like, at least in the places that I've lived, it's kind of like, I wouldn't say it's mandatory, but it definitely a lot of people are into it, and I just never got into it. Like, either to, I'm not sure if that was a good thing or a bad thing, but you know what?
It depends. That really depends.
Like, again, it's a dicey issue, and frankly.
Shit. Okay, the massive heat shield, the game, the inflatable one, can't be retracted, so that's good to know.
Huh.
Okay. Well,
I'd imagine.
Also, anime railfan, if you're familiar with the Washington Old Dominion, that was my local railroad, and it was an interurban, so.
And I mean, technically, my local railroad's an interurban. Well,
technically.
In the States.
In the state side, yeah.
Yeah, stateside, but here, no.
Okay, so there's two ways I can go with that. The information that the heat shield can only be deployed once. Either I just stack a whole bunch of heat shields on the bottom of this thing and like rapid fire deploy them anytime I need them. I'm not, but I heard of it. Okay. Or I just make the stage big enough where I don't have to aero brake, which I don't want to do.
I suggest doing the one where you save as much heat shields as possible and not have to deploy them one by one.
Yeah, true. Let's see, how many... I just have to think about...
Boats. Yes, we love boats. Michael, what do you think of boats?
Boats are fine.
Okay, to answer, what is it? So the thing is that I have a thing for like ocean liners, like especially old ones. If you know the YouTube user Jackie West, like I kind of like what she likes, the like real like 1930s to 50s. I mean, I guess 60s ocean liners. I have a specific favorite, the SS America. I really love the SS America. How do you end up getting so much subs? Be on YouTube man, for a long time.
Honestly, man, it's not even that. Just, I think Alternate History Hub said it best, which is you can become big if you get into a micro niche with barely any standards.
Well, it's also like, I suppose. Actually, LaSalle didn't have like big platforms, big tall platforms, did it? No, it
Either
didn't.
that
So
or
these,
yeah, either that or just be on YouTube for a ridiculous amount of
yeah,
time.
and also like, kind of don't like have a style. Like, don't kind of forge your own path in terms of content, right?
Yeah, that
Because
too.
at the end of the day, like people are gonna flock to you because you know what you're because of you. You
Yeah.
know, so like I suppose be creative, have a little bit of spark, a bit of flair, a bit of va va voom in what you do.
Oh,
You
hi,
know?
Spud. Spud, if you're wondering who the random other musical kid guy is in the back, that's my friend Ryan. He's currently streaming on
I
YouTube, so we're doing a dual stream.
yeah,
Oh,
we're
hey, I used to be
dueling
big
now.
into the alternate history map community. I still like maps. Maps are fun.
Oh, Michael loves maps.
That
Like,
is
gang.
true.
Okay, I just realized how much I've absolutely bungled. I've absolutely bungled this route. But that's fine.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay, I need to
Ryan, are you
actually...
able to friend me on Discord? I'm trying to make a new series. I need a bit more voice actors.
Is
Sure,
this
fuck it. I'll
Ryan
put
from
my.
the server? No, this is luckily not Ryan Rising. If Ryan Rising were here, I would, no. Someone
Here's
completely
my.
different. No one from the
Here's
NXF Discord, I think, is here.
very good. Here is my Discord. Add it if you want it, Mr. Metro 122.
I posted
Ryan, do
his,
you?
his YouTube, so...
Very good.
There are two, yeah, okay.
Let's see. What's your opinions on control point simulations shutting down last April? Frankly, this is gonna sound a little mean, but I think they kind of had it coming to them. Like they made great content for what they did. However, I can't help but feel like I think they kind of knew it was coming as well. I mean, selling like, you know, stuff with logos without a license. I mean, that is kind of that
Oh
will
yeah,
come
the
back to bite
piracy
you.
people.
Let's see. Hey Ryan, do you like the Milwaukee Road? Yes.
Who are
Electric
we
locomotives?
talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so there are two Ryans, right? There's Ryan Rising from the Next Spaceflight Discord who has some fruity opinions, although a lot of people there have fruity opinions. And then the guy going off about trains is my other friend, Ryan. He is the good Ryan. So...
Hey.
No, it means in terms of
Kerbal.
piracy. Oh, do you want to explain the whole frickin' control point fiasco to someone who knows nothing about trains?
Okay, so control point simulations. So this is part of the cross-stream experience from my YouTube folks. Get ready for a kind of long-listed history, to my understanding, about a site that I'm not a part of. To Michael's Twitch audience, get ready for an abridged 2022 Productions. Yes, you can have me on Discord, of course. But okay, so basically, Control Point Simulations was an add-on creator for a train simulator game, and for what they did excellent stuff for very good prices, compared to the other competitors that they had.
However...
However, the thing is that I think there was kind of not a major flaw, but they were going around selling stuff with the logos and the branding of legitimate railroads, of legitimate, big Fortune 500 companies. And the thing was that they got, from my understanding, they kind of got their ass handed to them legally and were essentially told, you need to stop this or else lawsuit, and that's kind of what happened. I love their content. Frankly, I think it's some of the best in the game.
Yeah, but
so
you don't, regardless of where you stand on, like, stuff like that, you don't fuck around with licenses. Why does this only says it has...
Yeah. And the thing is that I do also think that, I mean, I don't hold any... Oh, wait, I just extended... What am I doing? Okay, let's see. Wow, I just realized that I'm bungling this to a large extent. No, I'm not, because...
Well...
you know what? It'll be fun. We're just going to cut the platform... How long is long? Right here. We'll cut the platform right here. Boom. Yeah, there it goes. But what is it? There it is. Okay, hey Ryan, Ryan, which is better, Milwaukee Road or New York Central?
Those are two completely different railroads that don't cross at all, so I'm gonna say that's a dumb question.
We're gonna go New York Central on that one. Honestly, we love the New York Central. Because, what is it, Perlman?
That is
Michael,
true.
He's the greatest thing since sex and watermelons.
No, that was on the
Let's
Western
get
Pacific.
real.
Also, this
Okay, but
nuclear drive stage has about as much Delta V as I want. Excellent. Yes. Okay, 5,000. That should be way more than enough.
all right, let's see.
Yes,
here.
bud. I'm finally putting all the various components to this massive craft together, and oh, I forgot about the space plane. I'm dumb. Okay, I need to find a way to attach that onto here. Anyways, continue.
Let's see. Ryan, opinion on Southern Railway C30-7 high hoods. You
The
are.
other guy is Ryan.
Let's take a look. C30-7 high hoods. I hold no opinion on them. Frankly,
I hold no opinion.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, I'm not. Again, Southern is not really. The Southern roads are not really something that I hold. Except
He's reading
for
his chat.
Mr.
Yes,
Ball.
bud. I'm sorry if it's confusing. This is just.
It's,
I wanted to stream. He wanted to stream. And I'm like, yeah, might as well just pile into a call and play our respective games.
I mean, I think
Off in the third person.
I do enjoy this. I mean,
Ryan, you have utterly confused my chat.
It's very good. I do.
No, that's cool. Okay, that's good, Spud. Yet again, if I'll link up, and then I guess in Ryan's chat, if people want to come over to here, I'll link my thing up on the other end. It's called cross promotion.
Yeah, it's called networking, and apparently I have to start doing it.
Yeah. Alomga fan, the Wisconsin Central bought the Alomga Central first, and then the Wisconsin Central was bought by Canadian National. That's how that went down.
What's your opinion on the GN Big Sky Blue paint scheme? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why. I love it. Like, I fucking
Sigma
love it.
grind set. Hit 4 children, your Honda Civic. Damn, Spud. Honda Civic, where's David when you need him?
Oh yeah, I was going to say, like, come on.
He is the Honda Civic man.
He's like the car, like, he is like miscellaneous information man. Like, I swear, like, David knows too much.
David knows too much.
Alright, yeah, we'll just lower these. Oh god, this
Why
is
does
turned
it
into
set to the European flag? I don't like that.
Alright, but to answer your question, Mario Kart Trains fan, GN Big Sky Blue might be, like, top 5 passenger paint schemes I have. Like, and we kind of have a story with Big Sky Blue and the melancholy of Ryan coming soon to a novel near you.
It's a book coming out in 8 years about being a frickin' expat.
Yeah,
What's your opinion on JNSQ? I've actually looked at JNSQ a whole lot before, and it seems interesting, but I just...
What's JNSQ?
Oh, it's a Kerbal Space Program mod that... So, Kerbal Space Program, I think, what is it split? It's like... The parts, like, the scale of all the planets and the scale of all the parts, their real-life counterparts, is all out of whack. And what JNSQ basically does is it rescales everything, so the solar system is basically our solar system, and the parts are scaled to their appropriate real-world counterparts. So if KSP, I think, is like... The scaling is all weird, but roughly, I think it's like 1/2? Doesn't just do that. Yeah, it does a whole bunch of things as well. But basically, it makes everything scaled properly to real life, in a certain...
So I take it that, like,
parts.
So I take it that's, like, a kind of a big, like, you know, modifier of...
Yeah, it's a game overhaul mod. And, Spud, I have looked into JNSQ, and it seems really, really cool, and I just don't have the time. I kind of want to get this done, because there's just so many places in KSP1 that I haven't gone to that I really want to get to for KSP2. So, that's the main reason why I'm doing this whole thing.
I will say, like, space is... one thing that I do like, especially about the US program, was that...
Aesthetics.
Well, yes.
That wasn't intentional, it was just...
But the old NASA logo, despite kind of being hippie fodder now...
the worm. Hey, I've liked the worm even before it became, like, a big sort of thing.
It became, like...
Every hip kid had to wear the worm. Has to, like, well, oh yeah, it was NASA shit, because I don't know why.
Michael, you'd be like... I'm pretty sure if you, like, observed the amount of kids like wearing kind of.
Oh no, it's definitely here too.
Yeah, it's something.
Hey, at least in
Not saying that's
2020
bad.
they actually started using the worm again on like,
Oh,
so they took advantage.
oh wait, Michael, did I tell you that some kid in Hong Kong like pointed to the NW logo on my NW hoodie and was like, "What brand is that?"
Oh yeah, the Norfolk and Western logo that they paid some guy $1 million to make,
No,
and it's
no, it
literally
was
just
the old
block
one.
N&W.
It was the Michael was the old one,
Oh.
the round one. Like it. So I said, "Oh, it's don't you know? It's Derico of Pevler Blue." Please,
That's hilarious.
Alan.
Honestly, I'm thinking I'm gonna skim over stock and just go straight into a heavily modded JNSQ Kerbalism career. That's entire. That yeah, I'd really like to see that.
All right, let's see here. I've been checking my chat. Let's take a look.
You sent me your ridiculous mod list. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Opinion on Mr. Beast train stunt.
Absolutely hilarious, and I love how it upset all the foamers.
Yeah, it is. I love the fact that like GSMR is still like the movie railroad. Like, I love the fact that they filmed The Fugitive and now this on it.
And now they had Mr. Beast crash 2 locomotives into wherever.
And I also love how they only got like 30 seconds of actual showtime in the video. I think that's great.
I think that's utterly hilarious.
Yeah.
I've already changed the mod list a bunch. Well, you send it to me. I want to see.
So, Mr. Beast Train, A-okay in my opinion.
Mr. Beast Train, just funny.
Yeah, it is. And honestly, the paint scheme kind of rocks.
I mean, it's the GTA train. He took a bunch of Chicago Northwestern chop-nosed Jeep 9s and just painted them up in freaking GTA and crashed them for 30 seconds on a video.
Not that there's anything wrong with
What's
that.
Mr. Beast Train? Okay, so you know how there's the meme where it's like, oh, can you stop the GTA train? Well, Mr. Beast bought 2 derelict, well, they weren't derelict, one of them actually ran, but bought 2 locomotives and did that as a 30-second bit in a video, and it was very funny because a lot of people freaked out about it, and it was very... They only got like, yeah, I don't know, I don't even know what video it is, but he bought trains to crash them, basically, and...
The thumbnail of the video was him, like, crushing a Lamborghini. So, like, the trains aren't even center stage.
No.
They're like a side act. It's so funny. It is so charming.
Is that guy too, very much. Where is my... Did I make my... Hold up.
Let's see what else
But you missed it last time, but I made my frickin' lathe space plane, and I think I made it in a separate save.
Hey, there we go. Let's see here. Back to the chat. What are your thoughts on the Metra SD70 Mac? I love them. I absolutely love them. People are getting upset of them for no good reason. They are fantastic.
Lathe plane prototype. It's right frickin' in front of me. Okay, yeah, here's the lathe space plane that I made. It actually works pretty well.
To answer your question, Metra 122, do not let the haters hate. They are fantastic. Michael, thoughts on the Metra SD Max?
They're weird. I don't really care much for them. JNSQ lathe is my favorite, which I think is a controversial opinion. I'm not familiar with JNSQ lathe. I'm just familiar with normal lathe from KSP 1 stock. Ah, come on.
8871. I think I typed that incorrectly. Let's see. We also got, what are your thoughts on San Juan branch line? They're all damaged. They're all damaged.
Do you want to share the story? Do you want to share the story about what almost happened to San Juan, or is that confidential Brian McMuffin information? Here, let me look up JNSQ lathe. I actually want to see what this looks like.
We're, you know what? We're just gonna, I'm gonna say this. The show, when like when they still had like Michelle Herrero as like a voice actor, and they actually used Sydney as a character, I think it was actually fantastic, because Sydney was a actually fantastic character, because it was like more than a girl. There's a lot of series have like the token girl, but Sydney had attitude. She had moxie. Like, you actually had a bit of character in her, and especially
my microphone unplugged.
Like, so
I'm back.
Okay, very good. So like she had moxie. So like I think Sydney was a fantastic character when they stopped using her, and when they kind of like focused more on like I really don't know, when they started focusing on more like the spooky ghost stuff and like the 4 luxury cabooses. Like I thought
Every
I kind of
fucking
felt the show.
series does that. What's the point?
Like I kind of felt like it fell off kind of there. What made San Juan really cool was that it had dynamic characters and it had a very, and I mean very strong voice cast. Because I think Michael can attest. Like voice acting can make or break a show.
Yeah, I can. Also, Spud, I'm taking a look at JNSQ Lathe, and my first thought was, why are all these photos in black and white? But no, everything's just really muted. Hey, it looks cool. They made it more realistic and way less of a second Kerbal. It's still got water oceans and a breathable atmosphere, but it's salty as shit and has a ton of volcanoes and is really cold. That's neat. It's also really gray and has clouds at sea level, so it just looks like Kerbal had a mass extinction from space in Britain on a particularly cloudy day at the surface. Or Britain any day.
Yeah, I can attest.
Yeah, Ryan lives in Britain.
What do you think of the Algamo ship blue? I have no idea what that is.
Oh, can I not attach that? Okay, well...
Michael, Larry the lad says space! So I think you got a fan there.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to watch me play KSP on Twitch, just type in my username on Twitch and just hop over.
Yeah.
Okay, apparently with the Clypatron docking port, I can't actually, like, attach it to where it is, but it's supposed to be like that.
Let's see. Opinion on Dejara 521. Ooh, that's a hard one. Oh god, did I do this wrong again?
Dejara is fake? I agree, Alex.
I realized that I did this wrong once again.
Oh, well, that sucks. Okay, so that's where that space plane is supposed to go. It's just gonna hang out, just not actually attached, because, well, I can't actually attach it.
Dejara 521. Yes, I think he's a stand-up guy. Okay, you know what? I think it would just be easier to just start over. Jesus Christ, I can't believe it.
That looks fine.
Well, no, I'm going by the track plan, and like, it's not. Actually, wait, did I actually get, like, I know I saved it, so didn't I get it? Because, like,
you sent the track plan to me.
Yeah, but the thing is that the track, right? Because, okay, but wow, I got so distracted by, like, I kind of like I should do, like, just casual streams, because, like, building, I get distracted.
Yeah, okay, I need way more.
Okay, but we're back. But okay, here it is. Dejara 521. I think he's an absolute legend. He's great at storytelling. Considering the fact that he's on 04, I think that's incredibly neat. I think that Psychosis might be one of the greatest Talking Trains works ever. Like, absolutely ever. Like, I think it's got a killer story. I think it's got expert music choice, and I think it did generally good, fun stuff.
Let's see.
Very fun.
The reason why I like Jason Q. Lay so much is because it feels like a clear candidate for second home for Kerbals. It's so utterly alien, hostile, and weird that it feels like real of the world, not just Kerbin 2. I've always been kind of fascinated by the idea of, like, yeah, a place that, it's weird because I don't actually, most of the science fiction stuff I read is more like hard science fiction, but like, a place that's kind of like Earth, and people can live on it fairly comfortably, but it's, at the same time, it's just somewhat alien, yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so we're not starting completely over, thank God, but I just realized that these tracks are a little farther apart.
Like the planet they ended up in Interstellar. Yeah, I've only actually ever seen, like, the first 1/3 of Interstellar.
Okay, so this is track... Okay, let's get these tracks in order. Let's get these tracks of Highland Valley in order, gang!
Oh lord, no, not at all.
Let's see here. I'm so sorry for not answering all of y'all's questions. I was not expecting this. Hey Ryan, what's your opinion on Great Lakes?
Ryan, normally it's fine if... I don't know. Maybe it's because simply I just don't have enough viewers. Oh, there's a fucking bot in my chat.
No. Get rid of it. Do you need me to come in there and swing
the
ban hammer?
I can do this myself. Ban...
Very good.
Rolo... Boss F1. The user you're
These
trying to ban does not exist. Did I mistype the name? Ban. There we go.
Okay. Excellent work, Michael. You did it.
One thing I yeah, generally it's hard, like, most of the time I only have like 1 or 2 viewers in chat who are actively chatting. So where you have, let's see, you have currently 16 viewers and all of them are chatting. Don't be so focused on trying to keep up with everything. Like, it's okay to let some things slip.
I suppose. But I just like everyone feeling included because, like, I love this community because, frankly, again, potential video for future, but, like, again, if it weren't for this community, I do not know where I would be. But, Great Lakes Freighters, we love them. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down to the big lake they call Gitche Gumi.
It's fun. You know what this looks like? Not that I've actually seen frickin' For All Mankind, but I've seen pictures. The Soviet ship, the Soviet Mars ship, it just needs to be gray and orange. That's what our drive looks like.
It's like,
actually, yeah, you just make it look like this.
Okay, fellas, I'm gonna quickly just focus a little bit on making sure that I've got this down so I don't have to come in and redo it again.
Never got past season 1? Yeah, that's all I'd want. I got a couple episodes in season 2. Well, season 1 is all I'd ever really want to watch, but, like, I'm not watching For All Mankind, to be honest.
So, we should probably get some signs in here so I can probably remember what these are. I wish we had, like, better nameable signs. Nameable. Tell me that's, like, we got a few. Nameable platform signs. Screw it, these work. 2, 3. Okay, because if I remember correctly, we've got this laid out. So this is track 3. Won't show. Hey, this is track 4. Where's track 29? Track 5, right?
Guys, it's a meta. It's a meta joke.
Quite. All right, so let's see here. Did I do this? I can't. Wow, this is something else.
Copying track plans is just horrible.
I mean, it is. Okay, so because I'm looking at this, okay, because we got the 3 tracks, you know, coming in.
And 16 TWR. Let's add more nuclear engines. How many Nervas is this? 16? Oh my gosh.
Okay, actually, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get rid of this platform, seeing how it kind of causes some trouble. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, everyone, for the chat, and I'm so sorry for future self for embarrassing myself. But, like, you know,
it's fine. You learn to forget all the embarrassing stuff mostly. Tis
what it is. Okay, 5. Move that there. Okay, because this is track 3 and track 4. They go in there, right? In track... What? Yeah, okay, track 3 and track 4, because they kind of...
I don't want this thing to have, like, negative TWR. Slapping it.
They share that. But track 5... Oh, track 5's different, because this is not track 5. Track 5 is actually a figment of our imagination.
Track 5
Gentlemen,
what, was it mislabeled?
No, what happened is that...
Track 5 was torn out?
No, what happened was... So, I'm so stupid. Track 5 is an offshoot of track 4 and not, like, the 3 tracks that went into LaSalle.
Okay.
I am so charming today. Okay. So, we're gonna move this track 5 sign. Move that over there.
Or Nervas.
I don't... What is a Nerva?
Nuclear engine for rocket vehicle application. It was a rocket engine that NASA developed in the 60s that was basically, instead of, because how a normal rocket works, and this is fairly simple, is basically you have your liquid fuel and you have your oxidizer, and you combine them in an engine, and that produces explosion, which comes out the nozzle as thrust. Well, basically there was this other idea where you just take your liquid fuel and you run that through a nuclear reactor, and you can get like a stupidly, and that heats it up, and you can get like a stupidly efficient rocket engine. So
that actually sounds kind of cool.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
Got canceled. It was like very close to being flight tested, and then it got canceled because out of part of the post Apollo kind of, we don't really want to do much of this anymore sort of thing.
want to play with you anymore. Yeah, that sounds, from what you've told me, that sounds pretty par for the course for NASA.
Yeah, early 70s. Let's just stop using all of this hardware that we spent billions and billions of dollars to develop. Oh well. Anyways, can't get too doomer.
I mean, at the end of the day, we did get the space shuttle,
which isn't a bad idea. It's just the execution was kind of fun. The 70s were fun. I don't know about that.
70s were just kind of a fun time for, like, transportation in the U.S.
The 70s were a fun, yeah, any kind of vehicle.
Yeah, and we use fun lightly. Okay, let's see. Seeing how this is somewhat back on track, we'll get back to, like, sort of reading the chat now. Opinion on a Pacific Electric. My grandparents actually lived next to what was formerly a Pacific Electric line, so we love them. So yeah, Pacific Electric. We like the Pacific Electric. Very good. Dejara521 is fake, actually. Hi, Alex. I'm just not. I noticed you were in the chat, but I was deeply engrossed in ensuring that I didn't screw up for the third time, because third time's the charm.
Okay, so something that I just realized, right, which is how long? First of all, we've been going for about an hour. But something that I have to realize is that my original intention was just to have one giant stage back here to propel us out, but it kind of looks more and more that I'm actually going to have multiple stages, or like multiple drives bolted together on orbit, and that increases complexity by a fair amount, so yeah, okay. Oh wait, yep, right. Saved.
Let's take a look here. Something. All right, let's see here. Something. I know the Anime Railfan Return, you asked me about the Long Island G5s and the C420s. I mean, the only thing I'm really aware of is Long Island 39, I think that's the number, which has been kind of you've heard of production hell, get ready for restoration hell.
Jay Bakura, hey, I know this guy. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well.
Wait, what? Michael, repeat that name.
Jay Bakura?
How do you spell it?
Baycura?
No fucking way. What? 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 Hold on. Wait, what? Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god! It's him! He's real! He's real!
Excuse me?
Oh my god! Hi, Jay! Hi. Jay, welcome.
Who is this? I don't know, someone in the other chat who apparently Ryan knows.
Yeah, hello, Jay. Jay, you've caught me currently making the greatest rail terminal in history.
That's a lie.
We are making... Take an argument, Michael. We are making LaSalle Street Station in Chicago, Illinois, circa 1970, when everything was on the verge of falling apart.
When everything was going to shit.
And we're also doing, who is Jay? Someone who might be important to the channel later. We'll work on that. Okay, holy shit, we're back. Alaska Railroad, yay or nay? Yes. We love the Alaska Railroad.
I've ridden the Alaskan Railroad. Also, does this Jay guy involve a certain video that you have sent me the script?
Oh, you mean the first one?
Yeah, the one that you...
No, he does not. But, he does not. But, what is it? It's okay. What is it? Is it PTC compatible?
But I'm not saying that. I'm sorry.
Okay, PTC compatible. Okay, if you define PTC as like the 12-year-old if the 12-year-old Stephen J. Brown you told, for your safety, I must take you back to the station. Not on a cab ride, then sure.
This could have been prevented by PTC.
Yeah. Okay, track 5 has been made. Also, one thing about the Alaska Railroad that we love, they had Michael, they had XUP 44-seat coaches.
Of course they did. Everyone had.
Yes. Even, believe it or not, even Auto Train had them.
Yeah, I know. Oh well.
Okay, boom.
This drive is actually a lot more complicated than I thought it would be to actually design.
Alright, this goes there. Track 5. Let's see, and we're back. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, let's
I
see.
didn't
I
know
have
Stephen
taken
J.
a look.
Brown. He has a YouTube channel where he uploads stuff.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, China. I love I love just Kodachrome with the JF Mikado. That is so awesome. Like, that made my day. Okay, let's take a look. Alaska Railroad. What is it? My favorite train has to be the Bar Potato Land Special. Yes. Track 5 is confirmed.
Potato.
Yes. Okay. The Alaska Railroad had some ex-auto train equipment. Yeah, yeah.
I have a book on the Alaskan Railroad. I can check on that.
Michael, they probably rostered. They probably got also the XUP domes. No one. Okay. Let's see here. According to the roster. Okay. So now so we did track 5. Now we're going on to track 6, which extends a little further.
Alaska is just a weird state in general. It feels like it just kind of tacked on a very small Arctic country up to the end of the U.S. and made a state. That was very much my impression when I went there.
Well, it's also, I mean, it's kind of how it happened, because it wasn't like Russia kind of needing
Russia needed money after the Crimean War. They're like, this is just a worthless scrap of land we own for whatever reason. Let's sell it to the Americans to piss off the British.
Let's see here. The Alaskan Railroad even had some ex-auto. Hey Ryan, what is your opinion on the Oahu Railway Land and Railway Company in Hawaii? I know nothing about that. I mean, we have some of that stuff in trains. I think they rostered they rostered Denver Rio Grande equipment.
Yeah,
or at least stuff built to
It's weird. Alaska's capital was Juneau. Russia knew they couldn't hold on to it, but didn't want Britain to take it if a war happened, so they sold it to the U.S. Yeah, but like, the more you actually learn about Alaska, the weirder it gets. Like, the Alaskan capital, Juneau, there's no outside connection to the rest of the world. You have to fly or boat into Juneau.
Isn't Alaska so charming?
It actually, yes, it is. Okay, so
let's take a look here. Back to the chat. I realized that my little spontaneous outburst might have been a little embarrassing, but that's showbiz, baby.
That's showbiz, baby.
Hey Ryan, what do you think of people who say KNL and JR content is overpriced and needs to be free? KNL
They have freeware content. Also, KNL stuff is very inexpensive compared to other people.
KNL stuff is like very well priced, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because like the price of one JR locomotive is the price of like a KNL pack. Like you're getting a decent chunk of content with that. So whoever say KNL needs to be free, like I'm not. Really depends on your perspective.
Their politics is also weird in a kind of charming way, as well as it further reinforces the small country forced into a state box analogy. Well, it's kind of Hawaii too, to be honest.
I'm so glad I labeled these. Alright, that's track 5. We're gonna put track 6 down, because this is track 6.
As fuel delivery, is there just a way that I can just have just fuel?
Yep. Track 6, because track 6... What? Oh, okay. Okay, this is a bit interesting.
Okay.
Because there is supposed to be, between here and here, there's supposed to be a crossover.
Yeah, Hawaii has been kind of gentrified out of it, unfortunately. Yeah.
Let's take a look. Let's see.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is that when we're talking about, like, you know, KNL price and all that, is that, you know, like, a lot of the times, like, it all depends on perspective of what you think of it is expensive, because, like...
I think $5 for a virtual train is expensive.
I mean, the thing is that, right, it also comes in with values and what, needless to say, I think it's a little bit complicated. The debate is a little bit complicated.
Hello, KSP. Why are you not wanting to... Oh. Okay.
Go. Oh, so that, like, extends out
KSP,
to, like...
please cooperate. Okay, there we go. thing about Alaska that gets me is the utter lack of population compared to its land area. I mean, yeah. I've always had a weird fascination with really cold, remote places. I just find them interesting, so...
Hey, Ryan, what do you
Alaska,
think of JR...
Northern Canada, Svalbard... It's part of Norway. You have an area 1/4 the size of the rest of the US, and the largest city is the size of a medium suburb, and there are basically no major urban areas. Yeah, I didn't go to Fairbanks, I went to Anchorage, that's where we flew in, and Anchorage, there's like, maybe about like 5 blocks where there are buildings that are more than... Like, there's like 2 or 3 blocks in the middle of Anchorage where the buildings get to be like 10 stories tall, and then the rest of it's just suburb. It's great. Not really, but oh well. I've always had a fascination with really cold places. Go to JNSQ Lathe. Maybe. Listen, if I get this project done before KSP2, I will install JNSQ and go to Lathe. Anyways, continue, Ryan.
We have to be a slightly modified version of LaSalle because I realize we don't have anything to make like platform, come in things. But let's see here. Ryan, what do you think of JR Club Car price? Would you pay $200 for the CSX FP40H? I thought Club Car was $60. The fuck? Wait, did they increase their price?
Inflation is a bitch.
Did they seriously increase their price to $200 for Club Car? Because if they did, then I'm gonna cancel mine because that's stupid.
How to lose all of your frickin' base in 2 minutes.
I swear to God, like, what? That's not worth it.
That is definitely not worth it, no. Advanced vernier thrust. The RCF.
Okay, let's see here.
I swear, there were like bipropellant thrusters.
Let's see here. Okay, so that's where that third track comes in. Because right after that crossover is...
Reminds me of the shit that happened with Six Flags recently. Oh yeah, didn't Six Flags just jack their prices and people were like, screw this, and they went under?
Oh, wait, what? I was not made aware of this. Spill the tea, Queen.
Spud, please explain. I was slightly aware of it, but not entirely.
Yeah, JR, yeah. Okay, so wait, where did we get the $200 figure from if it's still $60?
It's still $60? Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
I'm not paying like... $200 for a virtual train subscription. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
I'm already hesitant enough to spend money. Like...
Okay, so this is like... Huh. This is something quite interesting, because we'll go here, and then...
Now I'm curious what happened with Six Flags.
But holy shit,
Like, I knew they got into trouble, but I wasn't aware of what exactly happened. Yeah, pretty much. They got big in the first place entirely by having a budget Heartland alternative to Disney, and then the new CEO said, let's jack up prices to try and compete with Disney directly. Now it made everything too expensive, and nobody goes there. I see.
It's a damn shame. Because I hear, like, Six Flags are, like, again, like, so, despite the fact that I have an American accent, only, like, a few know about this, I've only lived in the U.S. 2 years of my life, so I'm not the I am not the only big, like, the actual American theme park I've been to is, what's the one outside of, like, Richmond? King's Dominion or something?
King's Dominion, yeah, that's outside of Richmond.
Yeah, it's that one, and that was a charming trip. Michael, remember... Ryan, what is that haircut? Will always be a message that will live in charming.
Oh yeah, Spud, guess what? I'm going to Florida and I might see Falcon Heavy.
Let's take a look here. Oh, Ryan, what is your opinion on the White Pass in Yukon? White Pass in Yukon. It's owned by a cruise line now, and... Okay,
oh, well.
Then. Yeah, like, you know what? At the end of the day, right, this is going to be a bit of a hot take, but narrow gauge has never been too much of my main interest. I know that's going to sound crazy for some, but, like, I've just never really been too into it.
propellant RCS block.
Yeah, there it is.
Truth be told, I never like Six Flags anyway, just because I don't like roller coasters and they don't have much else. That's fair.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like, it's a little unfortunate that, like, I mean, what I think would be really neat for, like, theme parks, right? If they kind of lean more into the whole social experience kind of thing, instead of just, like,
Here's a roller coaster, ride it.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think if they spent the time to, like, really flesh it out and make it kind of like an experience.
Oh no.
Let's see. I just what
I
is
love
it?
KSP's
Hey,
editor.
what
It's
do you
so
think
jank.
of? What do you think of MST Noodle? I
Ooh.
assume you mean MSTS Noodle. He was like, from my understanding, I'm not too knowledgeable on him. He was the one who kind of pioneered like Thomas and Friends content in trains, which mad respects to him, but you know.
The State Fair of Texas is in Dallas, and I go there every year just to eat the fried stuff and maybe ride the Ferris wheel. They do a carnival near me like once every year, pretty much. And I remember going once and losing my shoe in a ball pit.
Truly the carnival experience.
Truly the carnival of all time. It was like a local thing. It was fine. You'd absolutely... Spud says, Ryan, you'd absolutely love the State Fair of Texas. It's a theme park with 5 rides and everything else is shows and food.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I mean, maybe not the food part, but, well, unless it's, like, unique cuisine, like a pastoral of cultural delights.
Sponsored by Buc-ee's. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, what's your opinion on U.S. Sugar 148? We love Floridian Pacifics.
Ah, yes, Florida. I'm going there in... ish.
Oh, no.
It's unique, but not in that way. There we go.
Oh, dear fuck. Did my mouse just die?
Uh-oh. Wait a second. Hold up. I'm tabbing back onto your...
My mouse just died.
Yep, everything is frozen on the stream. Well, I still see trains working, but I don't see it moving around.
Yeah. Is the billboard still, like, floating?
Yeah, it's still floating. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, gang. Michael, entertain them. I'm going to go get a thing of batteries. Hold on.
Fuck, ask me questions, or I don't know. The mouse is dead. Yes, it is. Let's deep fry a hamster and see what happens. The true Southern experience. Average Rail fan. Ryan's not here because his mouse McFucking died, but I'll answer that question for you. Most underrated 70s railroad? That's a hard one. I don't know. My first thought was Boston and Maine because they stayed out of Conrail even though they could have joined, but... James R. Barker? No idea who that is. Let's see, what is this craft called? Side? Boost stage... Side, or side boosters. Nerva side booster. It's the one they call Hun. Yeah, I know, you're in my Discord server. Right. You know, Long Island Railroad Alcos? I actually have a book on the Long Island Railroad. Where is it? I totally forgot where I put it. Oh, there it is. I think they're cool. I like how they use them in computer service out of all things. Do something funny? I don't know.
I'm back.
Among Us. That's funny.
It is quite. Oh, can you all hear me all right?
I can hear you just fine. Do you have a new mouse?
I found the last AA battery.
Nice. Deep fried hamster.
Hello, NPK 765 fan.
Why is the island... Spud is asking why is the island so long?
What island?
Long Island.
Oh. Hold on. Has anyone here read The Great Gatsby?
No.
Um, hey Ryan, have you ever been to Duluth? No, I have not.
Duluth, Minnesota?
To Duluth? Like, I've never been to a place called Duluth, I don't think.
I've been to Duluth, Georgia. That's what the
Actually, I
Southeastern
might have...
Railroad Museum is.
Where's Duluth? Duluth's in Minnesota, right?
It is in Minnesota.
Potentially. Apparently, like, I went to a wedding when I was, like, 3 there. No, not 3, 2.
I read
Anywhere
it-
in the age group between 1 and 2.
Spud says he read The Great Gatsby in high school only because he had to, and he didn't absorb any of it. That's entirely fair.
Like, The Great Gatsby is such, like, a... It's an interesting read, to be quite honest with you. Like, honestly, what I say is because they call, like, Long Island East and West Egg, respectively.
East and West Egg.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, it's old money and new money. Because, like, the whole thing about the story, right, is that, spoilers. Spoilers ahead. Gatsby wants this girl, right? But the thing is that the girl is with a new money person, is with an old money person, the Buchanans. And the thing is that Gatsby is new money, and he's on the West Egg, while old money's on the East Egg. And one of the big, like, symbolisms of the thing, or items of symbolism, I don't know what to call it.
Items
I
of
should know.
symbolism.
Yeah, it's a green light at the end of the pier, and it's great. It's great because, yeah. So yeah. Honestly, yeah, but like, where was I going with this? Yeah. What's my thoughts on that? East and West Egg. That's my answer for you. East and West Egg.
I have a friend who used to live on Long Island. It just came off to me as just another suburb of New York. I think I've probably ridden through Long Island more than I've actually, like, physically stepped foot in it.
Alright.
Underrated
Hold on,
diesel locomotive?
Honestly, I think the most interesting and hard one. I think it's the
I'm gonna give
Trainmasters,
KSP
honestly.
a restart.
I think it's the Trainmasters. Michael, what do you think?
I have no idea. They'd kill you for saying that, but you're right. Yeah, exactly. Long Island's just... Listen, my parents are from, they're from, Westchester County, so, all of the New York suburbs just have an eternal hatred for each other, but they hate New Jersey better. It's great. It's like the Balkans. Underrated diesel locomotive?
I say the Trainmaster. I don't know about you.
I don't know. I don't really see, like, the U-25B getting a whole lot of praise, considering that was basically GE's first attempt at entering the locomotive market.
Actually, you know what? Michael makes a fair point. The U-25B is also cool. We'll give it that. Alright.
Long Island Railroad DM30AC. Oh yeah, these things. They look really fucking weird.
Is it like the weird, like, kind of...
It's like the half... they look... they don't look European, but...
They look European.
Oh yeah, I have to force close my KSP every single time I try and close it. I don't know if that's a good... Oh wait, never mind. KSP force closed by itself. I didn't have to open up frickin' Task Manager for once.
That's very good.
Yeah. Alright. Let's relaunch the game. The game was kind of being a bit iffy, so...
I'm so sorry if I'm hijacking your stream, Michael.
No, it's fine. I would be struggling to come up with topics otherwise. Someone is calling me. I will be right back.
Well, now I'm in charge. Okay, let's see. I got to drive the last operable U-25B. That's awesome. Michael, are you here? I think Michael vanished. Yes.
Alright, apparently I have to go order dinner with my mom, so please entertain people while, I'll be back in a minute.
Alright. Hello, everyone. I'm here to entertain. I'm here to entertrain, if you will.
He's here to be charming.
Yes, I am. This is like the side of me that Michael has to put up with on, like, the daily, and that the side of YouTube never gets to see. But okay, alright, let's check the chats. Hey Ryan, do you think Steam Nation would work IRL, and if not, why? That's a hard one, because technically there is a real-life prototype for Steam Nation in the 1960s, the Louisiana Eastern was an attempt to do what I think Steam Nation is doing now, um, which was to essentially create an all-Steam class, an all-Steam railroad, and kind of quote the modern day. I understand the 60s is not modern, but you know, in terms of locomotive, every railroad was dieselized. So like, I think, yeah, I'll classify it as modern for the sake of this argument. From my understanding, the thing was that we never actually got to see like what would happen, because the owner died, and because of some sort of will negotiations, most of the collection was actually tragically scrapped. So we never got to see what happened to it. Frankly, if you ask me in my unprofessional opinion, do I think a Steam Nation thing would work in today's modern age? I think that it... Honestly, I don't think so, because I think with the red tape and litigation that comes with the Steam, with the preservation, especially Steam industry now, I think that, you know, I think that the logistics of it would simply be just a little hard, and I also think that, no offense to you, John, but I think the roster is a little big locomotive heavy. I think you'd need something... If you were to do it, you'd probably need a small railroad, and you'd probably need a fleet of very small, very quick... And I know this is ironic to say, because nothing in steam locomotive repair is quick, but somewhat quick to restore and operate, quick to fire up, you know, 060s. Something small, something nimble that you can keep light on your feet. That's my 2 cents on it. Hey Ryan, what's your opinion on the New York Central Electric locomotives? Oh wow. I think, you know, I'm not an expert or anything, but I think you're quite the fan of electric locomotives. Yeah. I mean, I think they're neat. I think that they are. This is track 6, right? Yeah, I think that they are neat. I'm glad that the 2 that were threatened to be cut up were saved, kind of. To my understanding, whatchamacallit, their frames were bent, which was, oh well, but nothing money can't fix or something, I don't know. Hey Ryan, what's your opinion? Hey Ryan, opinions on DRGW 683, the last surviving standard gauge steam locomotive. Can you tell me what that is? What type of locomotive is that? Like, I'm not too well versed in it. What do you think of the color blue? Hi, I'm Spud Nubmits from the other chat. Hello, Spud. How's it going? What do you think of the color blue? I love the color blue, because Mr. Blue Sky. And honestly, who doesn't love Mr. Blue Sky? One of the greatest songs by ELO. Although it might be a little overplayed. It's 280. If it's what I'm thinking it's kind of, then I think it would be pretty cool, because I know the Denver Rio Grande Western had some pretty handsome 280s. Alright, because that's track 6. We need to go to 7 now. 7 is kind of interesting, because it intersects here. Yeah, because this needs to come up, you know, kind of paralleling this. We should probably first save. Save. Boom. Oh. Okay, boom. What's being built right now? The, LaSalle Street Terminal in the 1960s, I am going to tell you. Sorry to paste a comment many times. Also, what's your project about the... Ryan, what do you think of the Dejaras Fairbanks Morris project thingy? Master of Train and those things? I think it's alright. I haven't actually watched them fully, but I got some pieces of it, and I think it's actually quite nice. I went a bit overboard with the roster anyway. Speaking of, I just found some old builds without even going all the way back to 12 when I started building around. Oh, wow. That must be ancient. Oh, I got some high school senior pictures in the Cab 683. That's nice. Alright. Yeah, because this starts... Okay. Back to what we were actually doing. Go here. Go like that. Because this kind of... It's kind of now, it just follows that, doesn't it? Kind of just, like, follows that. It's like a mess of tracks, but oh well. Let's see here. Oh, Ryan, what do you think of the Algoma transportation going for scrap in 2024? I apologize, but I do not know what that is. But Paul Spence died. Yeah. I think the museum was in the will for when he died, that his things were to become a museum, but I'm not sure what happened actually, to be quite frank with you. Ammonia. Spud, I apologize. I am unsure of what that is. Can you, again, like, I'm probably making myself off as like, I'm probably coming off as a Neanderthal, there it is. My apologies, but what is that? Do you think that upstate New York should be its own separate state from New York City? I am not a New Yorker. I do not know, to be quite honest with you. From my brief experiences there, no. Remember Rio Grande Western tried to get rid of its standard gauge really early on? Huh. I did not know that. Again, like, I found, like, as I got older, like, my interest of, like, Steam operations slowly started to wane as I realized that, like, oh my god, Penn Central, like...
I am back.
Oh my... Michael's back!
Yeah, apparently had to order food. Oh well.
Welcome back, Michael. You were sorely missed by me.
Upstate New York, its own separate state from NYC, I don't know. Hi, Guy.
John! Wait, John, you're not a... What am I doing? Add moderator. Boom.
By the way, just to remind everyone, I am also streaming over on Twitch. I'm streaming Kerbal Space Program.
Yes, everyone please go, like, subscribe to Michael on Twitch. Like, if you don't, I will be charming.
Go follow me. Well, the subscribe actually costs money, right? But you get the emotes, so just follow me. I'm fine with follow.
Or, yeah, follow. There it is. I get my head around that.
Where's the alerter, damn it? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I'm so sorry, everyone, that my building has kind of, like, not halted, but I'm also in the process of finishing chocolate milk, which...
That's fair. Also, if you chat enough, you can collect chipper coins, and you can frickin' play some random weird sounds. Can you explain to Ryan what ammonia is?
What's ammonia, Michael? I'm a little lost.
Ammonia is a type of... It's a colorless, odorless... Oh no, it's a colorless gas with a really bad odor. It's it can basically it's not very good. Apparently some guy tried to get a streetcar in New Orleans to run on it's a very hazardous, basically. But basically some guy in New Orleans basically took this very odorful, hazardous gas and like, can we run a streetcar on that?
Well, how on earth would you do... Well, I'd take with the advent, not of a boiler. How would you... How would that work?
I don't know.
Okay, boom. All right, we got that in.
All right, is KSP back in? Yes, it is.
All right, let's see. I don't have Twitch.
Please follow me on Twitch. I don't know.
Yeah, please.
Also
hi,
on
Ryan,
YouTube. I'm putting out a new video later.
Yeah. Oh yes, please go subscribe to Michael on YouTube. He makes really good editorials.
Yes, I do.
Hi Ryan, what's your opinion on the PRRDD ones? Greatest things ever. Don't at me. Don't at me. They were so they were the definition of charming. Okay?
It's your favorite word.
Yeah.
Also, Spud, you might be interested, but for Christmas I got the LEGO Ideas International Space Station set, and I want to figure out how to assemble it. Like, I want to assemble it on stream, so...
Oh yeah, Michael, there's a streamer named RT Game that, like, does LEGO streams sometimes.
Oh yeah, Ammonia Energy, ammonia-powered internal combustion. OG, yeah, exactly.
That looks doable. No P5 set. John, I'm answering the questions that I was in the Long Island Railroad rushing in the 40s. Awesome! I did... Cool. Long Island. You know what? Because you seem to be very passionate about the Long Island, we're gonna have...
Excuse me.
We're gonna have, what is it? Oh, I forgot these are ping pong cars. Yeah, we're gonna have, what is it? We're gonna have a ping pong car lash up right here for you. There it is.
Borlander?
All right, there you go, buddy. There you go.
Hold up, I want to make all of my my crafts consistent.
Actually, wait. Is this like a consist, or what is this? What the hell is this? What? It's not a consist. What the? Wait, if this is not a consist, how the hell is this thing powered?
We're
It's
talking
not?
about
Okay.
making new states. Apparently, someone in Ryan's chat said, what about upstate New York? What if that becomes a separate state?
Michael knows that upstate New York will become very real very shortly.
How so? Oh yeah. Oh yes, I do.
Yeah.
Can't say
Yeah.
anything else though.
No, yeah. Very real very shortly. Okay, we're gonna get the LO because we realize there's an LIRR fan in the chat. We're just, boom. You know what? We're representing you because you've been very inquisitive. And
At least we have Metro North. Pacific Metro North is probably the railroad I've ridden more than anything else. I've probably ridden it more than Amtrak, to be honest.
All right. Let's see here.
I feel like South Florida would like a break from the Panhandle. What the fuck? Spud, are you seeing this?
The issue is like discussing new states is that a lot of the time, like, there would be little to no, like, I wouldn't say revenue because they wouldn't be their own country, but legitimacy in like what the actual function or cultural norm or anything of that nature is.
Yeah, you have to. I think, you know, especially now when most of the country is states, with obvious exceptions, with like Puerto Rico, which, you know, Puerto Rico should probably become a state because it's been in that kind of weird limbo area for the past 100 years, and honestly, I think all the, not getting too much into that, but if you look at like when past state splits, like West Virginia or Maine, you kind of have to have a separate area that's very culturally distinct from the part that's you know, from the state that it's a part of.
Yeah. All right, and this is track 7, and 7 looks like it. Oh, that looks like it dead ends with track 7. Okay, that's good to know.
All right, KSP really does not pull up. Lathe plane, Nerva side booster, merge. Why the heck does it want to like merge into this weird frickin'? Why does it want to do that? Merge like that.
Try that.
Maybe DC, maybe.
DC, honestly, I think this is gonna be a hot take. Put DC.
Just put it in Maryland.
Put it in either Maryland or Virginia.
Like, Maryland makes more sense. We already have our side of the Potomac.
Actually, that's fair. And
actually, we took our side of the Potomac back from DC, so.
Yeah. So like, give DC to Maryland because, for the love of God, like I think. And this is nothing against
people already complain. People already complain about Rhode Island being as small as stated as it is. You know.
Just come on, give it to them, and no one will get hurt. Okay. So why LaSalle Street again? Honestly, I think LaSalle because I think LaSalle's the most niche, and it was deteriorating in the 70s, and as we know, like
more than anything else, it was a station that was still in use in the 1970s. That wasn't either Union Station, which was fine, or all the others like Dearborn, which had just died by that point, anyways.
Yeah. It might get political in here. I'm not. Ease of access to Chicago. Oh wait, if you're talking about why the West Virginia and Western use it, be funny.
DC can legally not be a state. Yeah, which is why the most like realistic DC state plans mostly involve just handing over most of it to Maryland and keeping the district just around like the Capitol building and like Congress and the White House and, you know, the Supreme Court and all those monuments. Also, basically all of the government, you know, U.S. federal government buildings would become a part of the district, but the rest of it would just become a part of, say, Maryland.
Actually, it's probably not a bad way of doing it.
Like East Tennessee plus Appalachian, North Carolina? Yeah, maybe. Western North Carolina is nice.
Oh, wait, I just realized that's...
Ah, there we go.
I should probably, like, extend this man out then to, like, right there. Right there, actually. Move that to there, I want to say. Nope, not far enough. Okay, move that to like.
Oh, okay. Wait,
No,
never mind. I can just flip this over and it'll be fine. Okay, good.
move that to like there, I suppose. Yeah, that should work. To become basically Washington, West Maryland. Again, like Michael's. I say, for all political discussions in terms of what the U.S. should or should not do, I say turn to my good friend Michael because he's infinitely more educated than I am.
True,
I've
but
got,
that's not saying
I've
much.
got I've got a year of A push under my belt, and that's about it. And got a 3 on the exam. So like,
Hot take: Texas is being big as it is fine, and I support it staying that way. You're only saying that because you're Texan.
honestly,
Okay, what about
like,
California then, Spud?
California. Okay, here's the thing, right? With states like California and
I
Texas,
mean,
I think that
true. Yeah.
with states that like those, like I do think that they. This is like the case for like breaking them up into other states. I think is kind of like no, like especially with if you take California as an example, like I think like if you break off into like northern and southern California, there's clearly going to be a larger dominant partner in this mix.
The problem with breaking apart states is that people really don't like it for the simple fact that it kind of upsets, like, the political balance of, like, general balance of political power between the parties, which, you know, the thing is, I don't really getting into slightly politics, but I'm not gonna get into it that much because, yeah, I don't really buy because what political party a state supports can radically change over time. So, yeah. Oh well. That's all I'm gonna get into that with that. Mount
Very
Washington Cog, never been, but it seems pretty cool. It isn't actually worth talking about. It's worth talking about from like a speculation, like wouldn't it be interesting sort of deal. But any kind of serious discussion is like,
Yeah.
It's why
I mean,
every single time you have like border counties wanting to split off and join the other state, it just never goes anywhere. Because the barrier is just so high that it's just yeah.
That's track 3, and now we need track 2. Here it is. All right, finally we're on our way. But so honestly, like I think they're great for like dinner, like weird dinner conversation topics that you need to like fill up 20 minutes because you just finished eating, but the brownies are still in the oven.
Yes, but these kind of discussions, you know what these kind of discussions remind me of? Spaceflight prediction discussions. I find most spaceflight prediction discussions utterly pointless because spaceflight schedules are the most slippery damn thing in the world, and most predictions, especially more than maybe like a month out, is just entirely pointless. So it's mostly just relegated to it being fun. So
let's see, we've got, hey Ryan, what's
Orbit
your
2019 for Starship? Yeah, no.
Hey Ryan, what's your opinion on Alan Fisher? He's kind of, honestly, like, you know what? I do not agree with a lot of what he says, to be quite honest.
Alan Fisher's right a good 50 to 75% of the time. He just comes off as very condescending, as does much of the urbanist space. I don't know. It's not that he's, like, entirely wrong on a lot of things. I think he's actually right on a lot of things. He just kind of rubs me the wrong.
I mean, what gets me, though, is that, like, honestly, the whole we should nationalize the rail network because we want to give Amtrak priority thing is actually rather flimsy.
Yeah. What I think I meant to say is this. I think Texas, in spite of its size, does have a general cultural cohesion that internal right. Let me re-say that, Spud. To think what I more meant to say is that, like, I think Texas, in spite of its size, does have a genuine cultural cohesion to it that has internal rivalries, but I think it's still generally closer than different parts of its state anywhere else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe like South Texas, because that's heavily more. South Texas has a lot more Hispanics in it.
Okay, but I mean, to be fair, like that would, I mean, as cool as it would be to get like a South Texas,
state
like,
of Lincoln,
that would like just not fly at all. Like especially in the modern political climate, and that's all I'm going to say.
Kind of relating to Texas and kind of the U.S. and Mexico in general. I watched a really good like 4-hour documentary about like YouTube Poland Ball documentary about U.S. and Mexico from Kraut, that YouTube channel, which is really good, and I recommend people give it a watch because it's really enlightening.
Let's see. Opinions on YouTube poops. I never really liked them, to be quite honest with you. What is your opinion on nuclear locomotives? I think that nuclear power is good. I think nuclear power is good. Do electrification via nuclear power. Don't do nuclear-powered locomotives.
Yeah. I think Amtrak legally has priority over freight. It's just freight scheduling is just bad for them, whether it's intentional or accidental. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, is that also, like, Amtrak doesn't know what it wants to be. And the thing is, that makes it so that, like, using it as a legitimate form of transportation, most people don't.
Yeah, I think it's weird. You have some railroads like Canadian National, which treat Amtrak very, very well, and then you have some railroads like Union Pacific, which are like, yeah, screw this, we don't care. It's because the whole Amtrak, and my number one criticism of Amtrak is there's basically zero accountability through any of the parties who actually are involved in it. There's no accountability for the Class 1s if they treat Amtrak like shit. There's no accountability on Congress because no one's going to change their vote depending on Amtrak. And there's no accountability from Amtrak itself because they know that there's enough support where they can just stay and just be subsidized into infinity. And most of the people who currently ride Amtrak will mostly ride Amtrak regardless of the quality of service. So,
yeah. Let's see. I mean, like, Amtrak, again, like, as someone who's kind of now been deeply engrossed in the study of Amtrak for at least, I want to say, since my junior year,
this is looking good.
Like, I do think that there is something to be said that, I think that there is something to be said that Amtrak has done incredibly well from where it came from. Like, it was created to fail, and the fact that it didn't is actually somewhat remarkable. I also think that, like, they used to be really hip to innovation. I think Michael can agree with me on this one, right, Michael?
70s Amtrak, yeah, and now current
well, not
Amtrak
even
is
70s, like, up until, like, I'd say the 90s, because here's going to be a hot take. I think that the MHC scheme was not innovative. I don't think so.
Spud says YouTube poops can be funny if they're short, but like those weird compressed Discord MP4s you see occasionally, but have gotten to the point where they do the same thing, but waste less of your time and are funnier. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
What's thoughts on California high-speed rail? California high-speed rail is in a similar boat to one of my favorite orange rockets, which is it's a good idea with poor execution, and honestly, at this point, there's been so much money sunk into it. Just pay the cost to finish the thing and fucking use it, okay?
Yeah.
There comes a point, in my opinion, where you've basically invested so much R&D into any project that it's just a waste to cancel it and just finish it and use it at that point.
Yeah. And also, like, the California high-speed rail, it's a legitimately good idea. And I do think that hopefully, like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, if it shows good ridership and it shows, like, there is support for high-speed rail, hopefully we can get green lights for
Heck, I think Brightline Orlando extension.
Well, I mean, the thing is, though, Brightline's not, like, true high speed. It's higher speed,
it's close enough to get the point across.
Yeah.
Also, even with something like Brightline, sunk cost fallacy, Elon fanboy number 5,732. I mean, yeah, true. But hey, you can apply that to SpaceX as well.
We're getting into, like, kind of politics rail stuff, and this is somewhat interesting because I have never considered myself political, but here we go.
I mean, it relates to things we like and know a lot about, so I'd say it's fine.
Yeah. Let's keep this party going. Hey, Ryan, what do you think of nationalizing the U.S. railways? Why do you think nationalizing the U.S. railway system is bad? Well, here's the thing. If you nationalize the whole system, then the thing is that if you try to nationalize the whole system, then you're dealing with a bunch of very unique routes under one umbrella, and unfortunately, one size fits all, I don't think would work.
Also, government mismanagement, probably.
Well, yeah, because Michael, you made an incredibly fair point. Because then it'll kind of because as
anyways, I'm done with working on this for now. It's still not done, obviously. There's some things I need to actually get across, but I kind of want to fly around in a plane, so that's what I'm gonna do now.
But if we're going back to, like, also, Michael, I remember you brought this up in the DMs, but, like, it will fall under the same sort of like bureaucracy and jumping through the hoops that Amtrak does with like counties. So like
freight does not vote. There is a especially this is why if you look back at the structure of Conrail, people praise Conrail. Oh, it's a nationalized railroad. Conrail was like the least nationalized railroad ever in terms of its structure. Like, yeah, their stock was owned by the government, but they were effectively free to act as a private corporation. They were free to get private financing from Wall Street. They had a profit motive, right? It was to restore the Northeast Rail Network to profitability, not like provide good service or whatever, which they did. But I generally think that maybe some kind of maybe nationalizing infrastructure and then granting out railroads concessions to private railroads to operate would be a good idea. But nationalizing the whole thing and have absolutely everything be government controlled, I don't necessarily think that's a good idea due to just the nature of most state-owned corporations in the United States already.
Yeah. What is it? I mean, somebody said something about the Virginia Rail Corridor and that's development. I think the Virginia Rail Corridor is an excellent idea.
Yeah, that's my political outlook in general. Yeah, oh well.
And generally, I do think that like the Virginia Rail Corridor is an excellent like. I'm on it. Like props to CSX. Like
I've noticed this. This is really weird. Whenever like a state entity negotiates with a Class 1 for new Amtrak services. Oh, hello. Ah, my mic unplugged again. Hello?
Hi, Michael.
Hi, my mic unplugged again. Oh, anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, basically, what I've noticed is that anytime a state entity negotiates with a Class 1 concerning expansion of Amtrak service, it, for the most part, always goes well. And whenever Amtrak themselves negotiates with the Class 1s, it's always a shit show.
I still love, like, Amtrak tweeting out, like, we're going to be live streaming.
The government could do more stuff, but not, like, everything new. Yeah, that's about right. But Virginia High-Speed Rail, yeah, as a Virginian myself, I am really happy that we're investing a fuck ton of money into passenger trains. Our passenger rail network is already decent. It's not the best in the world, but it's pretty good by American standards, which I know isn't saying much, but still. And I'm glad we're going to do more. They want hourly service between Washington and Richmond by 2030. That's the main goal.
Then let's make it happen. Fuck it, why not? Boom, boom.
Do I have any, like, good planes I can fly around?
Maybe. But, so ACL 42E, yay or nay?
I'm not familiar.
Are they, like... Yeah, so am I.
Wait, aren't those the long-distance Chargers?
Well, I do know this much about the Chargers.
What the hell is this?
I do know that the Chargers have been as nice, as cool as they are. They can't handle the cool. Like, literally. Amtrak, according to, like, friends on Discord, Amtrak has, like, refused to take the rest of order of them because they want all of the issues to be kinked out.
Hourly service 2019. I don't expect hourly service to happen by 2030. Maybe shortly after, but yeah, eventually. Urban return vehicle. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Ryan, what's your opinion on the Seattle-Tacoma Interurban? I have no idea what that is, so I can't really give you one.
Neither do I.
Might be a little bit sharp for, like, a Union Station. I might go and even that out, but,
I swear, do I have, like,
hey, Ryan, what's your
plane?
thoughts on... Hey, Ryan, what's your thoughts on the new PRRT-1 being built? Duck for dinner. Hey, Ryan, what's your opinion on this? Oh, well, we already answered that. Oh, the LC-42 is the weird dual-mode locomotive, the one where it's got the pantograph on the passenger car. Oh, yeah.
Oh, those things. Charming. Oh, yeah, those things are great.
Bring back the FL9, come on.
I mean, it's basically what it is.
Yeah, great. We love those. Alright, does this, like...
I swear, I had, like... What if I just look through my old save games? I should have something.
This is a bit tight. We're gonna make this a little bit less tight.
No. Do I seriously just not have any plane? Well, I can just fly around in a stock one. Doesn't matter.
Come on, Michael, fly around. Come on, it'll be funny.
Alright, I'll fly around in this thing. Why is it all black?
Alrighty then. Go there. Whip.
Oh, it's a space plane.
Oh my god, Ellis is here.
Oh, hi, Ellis.
Hi, Ellis. Passenger rail in the modern era is just a disaster all around. Especially in the U.S. since the rail market is so small, there isn't just enough competition to drive good quality. I mean, the thing is that Amtrak will, again, as I said before, Amtrak will ultimately, until Amtrak can decide what it is, Amtrak will consistently be thrown through a loop. Will be consistently thrown through a loop. We'll have these services start up for like a couple of years, then discontinued with management change because they are not committed about whether or not they want to provide good service or if they kind of want to be more of like a tourist venture. Because that's kind of how things are like operating.
And you could say, okay, why don't we just do both? Well, yeah, that would be optimal, but the political environment is really conducive to both.
Yeah. And the thing is that like I think Canada like kind of has it right by like starting up with the corridor thing, but like still having VIA still be an entity with all the Bud cars and the Dome and the Premier class. Like, I think what you need to do is create like a separate entity for handling commuter service or like intercity service, and then something else if you kind of want like the traditional rail experience that from like the 1950s. That's kind of how I imagine this to go.
Yeah, this thing is fast.
Alright.
It's a supersonic plane. Where should I go?
The only successful Amtrak routes are state-funded ones. Actually, that's incorrect, because there is the, I will say...
Remember the Hoosier State.
Remember the National Limited?
Depends on how you define successful. Yeah, that too.
Well, yeah.
The problem with a lot of discussions like this is everyone's standard of what counts as successful is so different.
Yeah. If we're taking a look at like ridership successful, then honestly it really fluctuates. Like, I mean, I highly suggest if any of y'all are interested in like learning about the first 5 years of Amtrak, there's a great book called Zephyr's Chiefs and Other Orphans, because it does not so much give like the verbal history, but it gives like raw number for ridership on like all of Amtrak services from 1971 to 1976.
Okay.
It's very interesting.
Sorry, Spud, we're having an Amtrak discussion.
But like, you know, what we're looking at is
Where's KSC
we're looking at like a bunch of like fluctuations due to like gas prices and a recession. Like, the thing is that if ridership might not be the easiest thing to judge by. Something that I think we should mention is the auto train, because the auto train, to my understanding, like is like the only long. Doesn't the auto train turn a profit?
Yeah, it does. Like, some other ones too. The Palmetto does. Come on, come on, KSP. Ugh. KSP. Oh wait, hello. Okay, I'm just gonna fly this thing to the frickin' KSC2, and then I'm gonna end my half of the stream. But that might still take like 20-30 minutes.
To answer your question, 2022 Productions. This is JP Platform. And Ellis, if you're still here, ironically enough, I got this from the Iron Horseman route in a pick list called Iron Horseman.
We have 24 viewers. How? At least on your end.
Michael, the funny talking trains. The funny talking trains.
True. Okay. Well, time to fly to KSC2. If you're wondering, I'm playing Kerbal Space Program over on Twitch. So if you want to watch me fly a plane around, frickin', here you go. Oh, that's what happens when I tab out. I just fly off the runway.
Hey, what's your opinion on steeple cabs? Steeple cabs.
They exist.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right?
Weird looking thing.
Like, a lot of, like, sort of electrics. Like, historically, I've never really been too invested in electrics because I just never really. Their operations have always been kind of niche-ish, and like a niche that I'm not really in, to be quite honest with you. What is it? Colonel Fan 76 has had a good documentary on Train Corp. Yeah, I do hope that comes back, because it was actually really nice. And if I'm going to be honest, right, I kind of like it had a soul, right? Because it used like music that people know, like it wasn't corporate. It had a heart. I liked it about that.
This is a funny thing. Ryan, what do you think of Thomas the Tank Engine? Terribly unrealistic and borderline offensive, just picture the struggles of the rail industry, right? I can tell it's a joke.
But of course, I mean, what really gets me though about if we're talking about Thomas, and I know that a lot of viewers are gonna like turn off things, but what really gets me is the reboot that they did, and like the fact that they totally like misappropriated and completely like glazed over colonial railroads, right? Because they had them go to like Africa and whatnot, but they didn't really touch on the fact that railroads in Africa kind of don't have the greatest rap because they're kind of institutions of colonialism. So it's really kind of ironic for this British blue tank engine to just go to Africa. It's kind of like a... It's kind of... like, I feel like it's really disrespectful, if I'm going to be quite honest with you.
Well,
and I know that, like, I'm not those cultures specifically, but, like, at the end of the day, like, I think it was the worst, one of the worst mediums you could do a reboot of that style in. Let's see here. Hey Ryan, what's your opinion on gas-powered locomotives and 4?
The fuck? Gas-powered locomotives are interesting. The second one, yeah, no, that's disgusting.
That's just... okay, I like how the conversation went, oh, we're going to be talking about some electric trains 4.
Spud says this is just the Cars universe did Hitler discussion, but more complicated.
What the fuck? Hey, whoa there, buddy. Dr. Moore should be there. Hey, keep that to the bedroom, sir. Let's see here.
Keep that to the weird internet sites.
Oh, Avery Murphy, don't. Avery Murphy, don't. You're gonna regret it. Please don't.
Don't say anything.
Should I time him out or just a warning? Just a warning, John.
Comes up again, then yeah, time him.
The anime railspin returns. I hate it.
I hate it. Kill me.
Well, you know
what are we doing? I don't know. I'm just flying a plane to the KSC2, and the other chat is apparently blowing up, so...
Wait, what? Oakley dokley! Oakley dokley! Okay. Let's see here. Wait, what? Avery Murphy, you and
Funny
I
Among Us. Funny Among Us, indeed.
If you value your sanity, don't look it up. Yep. John is right. Okay.
Actually, I'm kind of curious. What do poles look like in frickin' Parallax?
Okay, let's talk about the Long Island Railroad.
This is all I know about Amtrak.
Joe
Biden.
Joe Biden.
I swear, the 2020s are going to be like just like the 1970s all over again. Inflation, gas issues, people wearing bell-bottom jeans. Okay, don't think so negatively about that, please. Think a little more positive.
Don't be doomer.
Don't be doomer, be bloomer.
The reason why you're constantly upset is you constantly think the world is going to hell.
You kind of have to think a little bit more on the bright side.
Yeah, oh well.
To quote that one Monty Python song.
Okay.
Look on
Joe Biden.
Side of life. I'm not thinking negatively about it. Alright.
Look, for 1 hour and 54 minutes, it's the funny EJ number.
Have we seriously been going for that long?
Yep.
Nice. This is good because I'm going to be recycling this footage for the
70s rocked, depending. I wouldn't say that. Seriously, what the fuck is happening? I don't know. This stream is unlike any other I've done before.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Gas turbines. They're weird. I don't know. Even better, the Eagles. That's fair.
I'd prefer another 1979 to another 1929 anyway. Ellis, you're right. Even better than you. What's your opinion on the gas turbines? Honestly,
they're weird.
They're weird, and I think, like, do I think that they could have had a future? Probably.
Going into the clinch.
I'm gonna kind of be honest. I don't think they would have had a future on U.S. rails.
I'm curious. What the heck happens if I decide to bail out going like Mach 3?
No.
Hatches are obstructed, can't exit. Excuse me?
Yeah, they're
what the
obstructed. Honestly, like, I think that gas turbine locomotives, like, that was an extremely UP thing to do. the big
Well,
boys.
apparently this stock craft, the hatch is obstructed due to the ladder. Well, that sucks. Oh well.
What's your thoughts on UP restoring 3985 again in 5511? UP's not the ones doing those. Though
That's
UP
the
donated
Silvis
those.
people.
Yeah, those folks have gotten out like their head full of steam.
Actually, Spud, I'm curious, because SpaceX made it to 60 Falcon 9 flights this year. How many do they want to do 100 next year? Do you think that's possible? I personally say no. I think they probably get up to about 70 or 80, based on just the number of pads they have, but this is nice.
Let's see. Hey Ryan, what's your opinion on the steam turbines? Steam turbines,
Why?
well, you know, credit where credit's due. It was a last-ditch attempt to get people reinvigorated back into, you know, I suppose, trains. And, so, like, credit where credit's due, but honestly, like, yeah, that's what I meant. My apologies. I'm so sorry. Again, for those who are aware, it's 1:30 my time, so I'm like, to quote one of my favorite books, Ryan Loebner, Fading Fast. Not my favorite, to paraphrase the book. Ryan Loebner, Fading Fast. What is it? But at the end of the day, I do think that the,
Actually, I'm curious. Can you destroy the KSC-2 buildings? I'm gonna crash this thing into the KSC-2 VAB.
Be careful, Michael.
Okay. I'm gonna kamikaze this plane. I don't think I need to be careful.
Big Boy 4014. Big Boy 4014. Really, it's an engine that exists.
It's a locomotive. It's a train. Yeah. Train, railroad,
again,
wagon, car.
I've never really been huge on UP, to be quite honest with y'all.
How fast can I get this thing?
So, like, to quote, I think it's Futurama, I have no idea. I hold no strong opinion either way, or something.
I think I've hit the limit. Shit, I had a plane that could circumnavigate Kerbal, and it was really good. It goes stupidly fast, but I can't find it anymore. It's in a video somewhere up on my YouTube channel where me and my friends circumnavigated Kerbal. Tell my wife I said hi.
What other pipe dream of a restoration would you like to see happen? Ooh, now we're getting into the interesting questions.
Yeah, that's from Futurama.
Yeah. Mr. NASCAR JG24, thank you. That is a question that, honestly, Canadian Pacific 1278.
Look at these mountains.
Would love.
I'm curious. Is that a volcano?
I'd love for 1278 to come back. Like, I'd love for 1278 to come back. I think that'd be the funniest thing. And also because I really just like that locomotive.
For funny reasons.
Yeah. If any of y'all remember, I'm not sure if it's still up on my channel, Tourist Railroad of Tears. I have a history with that locomotive. 1278
so what is
was Gettysburg,
this? Is this
right?
like a volcano?
Yes. 1278 was the Gettysburg engine, yeah. What's your opinions on NKP 587? Well...
Oh god, am I gonna die? Come on, come on, come on. Yes, I'm not gonna die.
What's my thoughts on 587? Well, it was my self-proclaimed OC, so... I mean, honestly, the reason I like 587
is due to a dumb kids movie.
Yeah, it's due to old 587, The Great Train Robbery. One of the, to quote Michael, and I
the
suppose
movies
Henry,
of all time.
Yep, yeah, it is. Like, it is a cute, like, all things considered, like, it's a very cute.
Going 1,000 meters a second. 900. Close to that.
I'm sure opinion on 587, yeah, honestly, that, and also, I think, just the death of ITM. Like, the death... I think the death of ITM was also kind of something...
Wait, it's free on YouTube? Wait, what?
Yeah, Michael, remember we watched it that way, like when...
We've watched it 3 or 4 times, and I don't remember how many times we watched it each, so...
We've only watched it technically 2, because that's the amount of times we've had to, to know. Oh, I'm back. Welcome back, Christina.
What's an orbital launch vehicle would have been very weird? not very good, but I just wish it flown for the novelty. Oh, that shit. I was gonna say Atlas Able, but Atlas Able flew twice, and both of them were failures. Just because it looks weird, but
Is there a building you're building? Is there a reason you're building this right on the edge of the tile? Also, maybe putting cars in the platform will use space.
Weird orbital launch vehicle. I don't know, literally anything that Philip Bono dreamed up in the 1960s. Actually, no, Chrysler SCRV. That's my answer. my answer is either Chrysler SCRV or Energia 2. Chrysler SCRV because it's a weird... Number one, it's made by Chrysler. Number two, it's just such a weird design with the massive fucking aerospike. And Energia 2 because, hot take, I think it could have worked. Fully reusable. So, there we go.
John, you are not hogging the chat, don't worry. To answer your question, Ellis, what is it?
Ellis from Rhode Island.
What
the fuck is Energia 2? Do you not know about this?
I am not sure why I am building on the edge. You are right, I should extend it.
I'll send the Haze Gray art video to you in DMs. It's amazing. I love it.
I'm probably gonna have to like add a platform here and like add the Union Station building back here and
it's
Ellis,
fully reusable.
Let me move these here. Ryan adds another tile immediately. What can I say? You know what? I'm susceptible to peer pressure. And that's all I'm gonna say.
That is Energia 2. It's utterly beautiful, and I love it. And I think it could have worked. It's Saturn's shuttle, but worse, don't you dare say that. Hey, it's not crude, okay? It's an uncrude thing.
Ryan, what's your opinion on Reading 1187? Oh, you mean Buck.
But if there's any launch vehicle that I really wish did fly, it's the frickin' Boeing Space Freighter, because I really like that thing. I have a weird obsession with flyback boosters for whatever reason.
The synth tile. I should do a synth version of Shroud. What is it? To answer your question fully, I like 1187. It is a charming engine. Do I wish it? I mean, it's not on my high priority of on like Fulmer bucket list of things I'd want to see run again, but it's definitely a neat locomotive. What is it? All right, we're gonna go here.
You've only been into the air for 12 minutes. Wow. I wonder how fast you could circumnavigate Kerbal. That's someone's probably done it in like 10 minutes or something dumb like that. But just go to orbit. That's not the point.
Ellis, I promise I will start like actually spacing these things once I get like everything lined up to the edge.
Yeah, just generally just. And this goes in trains. This goes in KSP. This goes in Minecraft. Generally, don't get too focused on details initially. Just start slapping shit down, and then once you get a lot of stuff down, then go back and.
Yeah. I think this might be like a ground level cell because there's no way that I'm gonna elevate this, to be quite honest. It's gonna be like LaSalle mixed with like a little bit of LAUPT, I guess. Actually, it's very interesting. And we do actually have a LAUPT.
Oh, my dinner's here. Well, I'm gonna try and fly this and get this there as quick as possible, and I'm probably gonna end my stream in a little bit too.
Yeah, I'll probably be doing the same. 10 minutes, like that.
Cool. I got a fair amount done today. Tomorrow I kind of... Well, actually, today's Monday. No, today's Sunday. I don't know what I want to do tomorrow, but in terms of stream.
And the chat goes deathly silent. Alright, wow. Got a lot done.
Probably not KSP, probably something different. Or maybe I can actually figure out how the heck to like, rig up an actual webcam and I can start building my Lego.
We do actually have Michael, we have an LAUPT one. That's nice.
We do have an LAUPT asset.
I might use this.
Delta Clipper. Delta Clipper's cool. Venture Star. Yes. It's very charming. Oh no, we've infected Spud too. He's saying the charming word now, the C word.
Oh come on, it's growing. It's growing. Oh.
Delta Clipper is neat. the...
I feel like the chat's gone deathly silent.
I
Folks,
chat. The chat
Yeah.
break. I think chat on the other stream, just no one said anything in like 2 minutes. Here.
Oh, Larry
Sounds
has... Isn't that like a kind of drug or something?
Yeah, it's a slang term for weed.
Oh! It's like to see how much respect I have for you for also saving. Oh yeah, Ellis, since you're here. So remember the last screenshot competition?
Shut down engine. Toggle mode. Weed, bottom text, exactly.
So for the last screenshot competition, what is it? Alice, I originally had a much different plan for mine, if I can find it.
Nuclear meltdowns? Most nuclear meltdowns are caused by incompetence and not any actual issue with the thing itself.
Yeah, like nuclear I have no comment on nuclear meltdowns. But also, Ellis, to show you why I compulsively, save, this was the before I dreamed like half drunk, not half drunken, because I don't drink. But
what about intentional nuclear meltdowns?
Ooh, but
I remember when they were testing Nerva out in Nevada in the '60s. They intentionally made the Nerva reactor go supercritical just to see what the heck would happen.
Oh, very nice.
Nerva was wild. It was just crazy.
But
Ellis, this is an Apollo N moment. Also, Spud, please read Voyage.
So, the original route that I had planned for the screenshot what happened is that it kept crashing, and I didn't save.
Oh yeah, the Demon Core, that too.
Yeah. And so what happened is that I kind of just defaulted to Conjunction Junction, and that's kind of how the screenshot happened. But the original route I had planned in the theme of Express and/or Cutoff was I was going to make a cutoff, an Express cutoff, as you can see here. It's not much, but
Michael sounds like he's about 2,000 leagues under the sea. Oh no. Am I okay?
Should be.
Maybe it's just how I sound, because I've been talking for nearly 2 hours straight. Seriously, who the fuck holds that up to a screwdriver twice? Oh yeah, the Demon Core.
So,
good, I caught you while you were still streaming. Will you see Star? I'm actually about to end the stream. I'm so sorry, man. My friend Ryan is here. He's currently streaming on his end, too. Although we're playing 2 completely different games.
Is this the route you're asking me about train tracks on? Yes, it was, Ellis. Yes, it was. Honestly, I think they turned out pretty alright.
Anyway, Star, you are just in time to watch me kamikaze this plane into a building, so... Message me all busy with chores, that's fine. I'll be streaming tomorrow, luckily at probably... I started early tonight because I wasn't sure about some other people wanting to stream, so...
Here, we're gonna...
I'm gonna throw out my fucking computer.
What route is this? Larry, this was a route for a screenshot competition. That I, that ultimately, because of time, I couldn't, complete, and, ended up winning on an impromptu shot with Conjunction Junction. And that's all we're gonna say about that, to keep everyone happy. Honestly, I might finish this, I'm not sure. But...
I want to try and... I am going to stream tomorrow at my normal time. And as I said, I only streamed early because, well, Ryan wanted to stream, kind of do a joint stream sort of thing. And also because there's some streamers who I watch who may be streaming later and I don't know, so... But, what else was I going to say? I will be streaming tomorrow, hopefully, and I want to start assembling... That's going to be like an in-real-life stream where I assemble my Lego set. Streaming myself, too. Today will be a grinding stream, so I don't have to worry about my usual schedule. Oh yeah, more Sonic Frontiers? Nice.
So, thank you, Ellis.
No frickin' way, an incomplete trains route. Yeah, hi, Cosmos.
This is... what is this of? Okay, so what
Sorry, if you're streaming, I'll definitely join in.
What, this is not the route I was working on. This is the, this is a route for a screenshot competition, that I never finished, and I want to show Ellis because he's here, and I'm kind of, could have lead in some embankment. Yeah, I think so as well. But this is a route for a screenshot competition because I'm no longer in the Iron Horseman server that I wanted to show Ellis. Strasbourg 587. Yes, I also put this down because I wanted to show this off. Because this is a
it should be. Oh wait, there it is. Okay, we have nominal sight on the building. Come on, do it! I'm not gonna fucking crash.
I would love to see I would love to see all of the wacky reskin triangles.
Damn. That was great.
Hey.
The creature, la creatura. Yeah, exactly.
There were many reskins at one point. Yeah, John remembers. John knows.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Anyways,
actually,
where's the launch pad for this?
I wonder if is CNO 587 on here? No, it's not. I know that was also one that saved, but oh god, the
freaking parallax trees obstructed my view of it. I didn't see it until like the last possible second. Okay, apparently this thing is indestructible. So
that is a big can of worms. Skimbleshanks 587 flashback slow. I'll remake that. Just you wait. Just you wait.
Well, I'm gonna end my stream if that's okay.
Michael, that is absolutely a-okay. And you know what? I think I will do this thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do my thing close out first. So thank you everyone for watching. I will link up because this is the joint stream. I will link up the other channel. If you want to go see what my friend is doing, who I've been talking to this entire time, there you go. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, Star. And if you stream later, I'll certainly try and join in.
Cool. By the way, how do I end these?
Press stop streaming in OBS.
Oh, that's the one.
Thank you, Spud, for showing up. Thank you, everyone else who's watching. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
All right. Bye, everyone in my chat. This has been really fun. I'll catch y'all on the flip flop. See you guys.